Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to be sharing this card with you. It uses the paper pack that is called Woven Textures Designer Series paper. Love, love, love it. And then I'll be using this stamp set, Textured Notes, and that goes together with that. You can get it together in a bundle. You can get it, the bundle would be the stamp set and the paper together. And then you can also get it as a suite, which comes with the stamp set and the paper, and it comes with some embellishments and some ribbon and a whole bunch of other things. So you can go on the website stampinontherock.com and you can check out Textured Notes and you can see all your options. The ink colors that I'll be using today are Soft Seafoam and Early Espresso. Okay, so let's get started. My cardstock. This one's called Basic Beige. This was new this year in the catalog, so if you haven't checked this out yet, you might want to. It's called Basic Beige. So we're going to fold that in half. I've already scored this one. So let's fold that in half. Where's my bone folder? Here we go. Okay, so here's the bone folder. So we can get a nice crease there, and we're going to just set that aside for a minute. All right. I'm recording this in the evening, so sometimes when I record in the evening, the shadows are a little different here. So forgive me for some of the shadows that you're seeing. All right, so I have 3 pieces of paper from the Woven Textures paper. This one here is the first one, and this one is, it's 1 inch wide, so it's 1 inch by 5.5. This one is, I believe I did 1.5 inches. Let me double check that measurement for you, because I know it is helpful sometimes to have the exact measurements. So, okay, so this one is 1 inch by 5.5. This one is 1.5 inch by 5.5. And then this one here is 2 3/4 inches by 5.5. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take this one and we're going to put adhesive on it, and we're going to do it just like this. I'm going to run some adhesive lightly, just lightly pull back. And I'm going to take this and we're going to lay it right down along this edge. I'm trying to keep my head back so we're not getting too many shadows in your video. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to adjust this camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's what we have at the moment. Now I'm going to take this dark brown, this Early Espresso one like this, and what I want to do with this is I'm going to hold it this way and I'm going to tear toward me. If you tear away from you, you're going to get a very different look. So I'm going to tear toward just a little bit, and I want to get that white core that's on the inside. And what you want to try and do is not do it in little pieces. If you pull off little pieces at a time, it's going to look like a little rabbit came and ate apart at it. So you want to try and pull in one long strip if you can help it. And you're just tearing off. You can see what I'm tearing off, just a small bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take my adhesive gently and pull off the ends. And I'm taking this one and I'm just going to overlap a little bit. I'm just see where that one is there. I'm going to overlap it. Okay, so that now we have this. All right, got a little bit of a hair in there. We don't want that. Okay, we're out. Okay, so that's it. So now this next piece here, let me put a piece of scratch paper underneath, because this next piece here, I'm going to take this leaf stamp from right here and So Saffron ink. So sorry, it's not So Saffron, it's Soft Seafoam. So sorry, Soft Seafoam ink. And I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp right on the Designer Series paper. Sometimes I think we forget that we can do that. But yep, go ahead and stamp right on your Designer Series paper. And there we have it. Okay, so that's that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and tear that one toward me. And again, one long strip. Okay, I'll put some adhesive on the back here. And let me get rid of this. We don't need that right now. Now I'm going to line this up with the very left edge. And we'll lay that down. And that will overlap. So there you have the front of that. Now what I want to do is I'm going to open this up this way. And I open it up and you can see how there's a little bit, I don't know if you can see this here, there's just a little bit of extra paper. I'm just going to take my snips and just trim that off to give that a finished look. And the other end looks like it's all smooth, so we're good, okay? So you want to turn that over and get rid of any excess paper. So that's the front at the moment. Let's keep going with that part though. And then this little piece here is from Everyday Arches Dies. Let's see, I have these right here. Everyday Arches, there's all these different sizes. So I took the smallest one, again called Everyday Arches. And I'm using Early Espresso ink. And I'm stamping thank you. I am getting ready to go to the Stampin' Up! Convention. And I like to give thank you notes to the pilots on the plane, to the captains. And this is a good 95% of the time. They're men, not always, but they're men. So it's always try to find a thank you card that isn't flowery so much. This just has leaves and it has textures. So these are going to be my thank you notes. So close that up. And then what I want to do is I have this twine. Okay. It is, I don't know the exact length of it. Let me see. I can see if I can get you exact length. I just cut off a piece. But let me see. I can get you exact. It is about 18 inches. Okay, so I just have this twine that's about 18 inches. I'm going to fold it in half. Just like this. And then I'm going to make a bow. Okay, let's see if I can do this on camera. So I have two loops like this. However you would make a bow. Just like that. We're going to pull that through. Okay, because I fold it in half, it has double loops on each side. So I'm just playing around with it to get it approximately the same. Okay, so here's my, so because I looped it over, it has a loop here. I'm going to cut this tail. All right, so this is what I have at the moment. So on the back of this thank you, I'm putting just a little bit of adhesive. Now instead of putting the bow horizontally this way, I'm putting it vertically. So I'm just going to put that vertically just like that. I'm going to trim off some of this excess. Gonna trim that off there. We'll trim off a little bit here. Let me get that out of here. All right, and now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. Put one there, one here. So we're just adding lots of texture. There's already a ton of texture in the paper itself, which is great. But by adding this little extra twine here, we're adding a little bit more. So I'm going to take this and line it up with the right side. And press that down. Let me pull these little loops apart a little bit. And that just adds a little bit more texture. And we're going to add even just a little bit more. I took these embellishments here. These are the brushed metallic embellishments. I'm going to grab a couple of these here. We'll put one right in here. And we'll grab another one. Oh, I didn't get the bottom, so we can put that right back on. I didn't get the sticky part with it. So let's pick that. Now I got it. Okay. So let's put it right up in here. And there we go. So that's the front of our card. All right. Now for the inside, we could just leave it just like that, but I'm not going to. Let me pull back in this scratch paper again. And I have a white piece of cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to take another one of my, I'm taking this leaf from the same stamp set, the smaller leaf stamp there. And we're just going to stamp that here. And we'll stamp that there. There we go. Let's close that one up. And then there's this little woven texture right here that actually is the same as this one. So it's great. The coordination of Stampin' Up! Products is amazing. That is what I love probably the most about our products, is just the coordination of everything. So I'm using Early Espresso ink. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to just stamp that right in here. Straight down, straight back up, and that's it. And let's take this. Again, straight down. Don't be so hard. Sometimes when we press so hard on it, it's when it gets gummed up. So just lightly. I'm just lightly pulling up and pull. Lightly, lightly. Kind of like the liquid glue, just light, 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 light. So let's put this inside. And we'll put that in, and there you go. And there's your card. Thank you. And this is with the woven textures. And that's your card. So I hope you like that. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. If you really like what you saw here and you think somebody else would too, hit that share button or the thumbs up, write a comment. I will always get back. I say always. I believe I get back to you. As long as I know the notifications there and I see it, I will get back to you if you ask any questions down below. But thank you so much for being here and I appreciate it. And I hope this was helpful for you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.